Would you like a dedicated employee who works 24 hours a day, never takes a sick day, is never late, doesn't even take bathroom breaks? What's even better is this employee will work for pennies per hour. No, we are not talking about violating labor laws. We are talking about chatbots. And by the end of this episode, I am going to have you convinced that your next hire needs to be a bot. What's going on, eaters and feeders? My name is Casey. Welcome to my channel where I discuss business tips and tricks, startup hacks, entrepreneur mindset, and so much more based on my experience starting and growing Florida's highest rated meal prep company from nothing. No experience, no funding, no network, no business doing it, making plenty of mistakes, learning plenty of lessons. I share it all with you here. So if you're looking to learn more about marketing, production, leadership, software, sales, and everything in between, I invite you to subscribe, turn on those alert notifications so you don't miss out on any of my content. I produce videos weekly, I go live sporadically, and I don't want you missing out on any of it. I also want to make sure that you're not missing out on the links in the show notes. Those links will take you to a bunch of additional resources that I can't put into a video. You can also check out MealPrepBiz101.com. Again, more resources, tons of free stuff, free ebook, free bootcamp. I've got one-on-one consulting. I've got free software that will run your entire business. I've got private groups. I've got so much. I'm not even going to go into the whole list. I will jump right into the episode so we can start talking about chatbots.
Welcome to our channel where we go behind the scenes for meal plan company Fit Food Fresh and other local businesses across South Florida. Make sure you hit the subscribe and alerts so you never miss a video, and hit us with any questions or suggestions.
All right, so we're discussing chatbots. Let's start off by answering the question, what is a chatbot? While chatbots vary in complexity from something that is very simple and very basic to something that can be very complex in dealing with AI and machine learning and Turing tests and all sorts of complex MIT type of stuff. The essential idea of a chatbot is a series of information that is packed into an algorithm or an if-then tree that is utilized in a chat or messenger service so that when users are engaging with it, they're able to get the answers or the resources that they're looking for. While most commonly found being used by large businesses to offload some of the workload by their customer service, it is becoming more and more common to see medium and small businesses using them to extend their customer service efforts. So what can you use a chatbot for? While most companies just use chatbots to handle the lighter workload of their customer service, I found they could be extremely effective for helping with a myriad of objectives. From marketing and sales to retention and resurrecting lost clients, there are a ton of ways that I've been able to utilize chatbots that most companies don't even think about. Are you looking for an ordering system that will automate the menial but crucial tasks that help your meal prep grow and to help you capture more profit? Then head on over to MealPrepBiz101.com to learn more about the most advanced piece of software that this industry has ever seen. It can seamlessly integrate with your existing website or provide a turnkey e-commerce solution if you don't already have one. Automate everything from taking orders to marketing to customer service, and it's all under one roof. You can literally be live within a day and avoid all of the time, the headache, and the expense associated with other solutions. The best part is there's no monthly subscription and there's no annual fee. To learn more, head on over to MealPrepBiz101.com. Now, there are a lot of chatbot options and a bunch of different combinations, but which do I feel are best? In my experience, the short answer is going to be a Facebook Messenger chat platform and using ManyChat as the chatbot service. I played around with a ton of different chatbot software programs, and while they all have their own pros and cons, I feel that ManyChat is the best bang for the buck, and they seem to be the best one to partner up with the Facebook Messenger platform. Why do I think you should use Facebook Messenger instead of the other chat services? I'll be the first to tell you I have a love-hate relationship with Facebook, but as much as I hate to admit it, using Facebook Messenger just makes so much sense on so many levels. To start off, Facebook Messenger is free, and you guys know how much I love free. Facebook is also the most popular social media platform on the planet, which means your prospective customers and your existing customers are most likely to have a Facebook account. Now, to see why Facebook Messenger is really such a good option, let's compare it to one of the most common platforms out there for chat services, Zendesk, for instance. I'm not picking on Zendesk, but you could fill in basically any chat service. Number one, again, Facebook's going to be free. Most of these other platforms are going to come with a cost. So right off the bat, that's a pretty significant discount, especially when you're a new business just starting off. Zendesk obviously is only going to be available on your website. So someone visits your website, they see the chat, and now they're going to start engaging through Zendesk in this scenario. With Zendesk, you might be able to get their name and their email, but only if they fill out legit information. If they give you a fake email or a fake name or both, you're not going to have much luck. As soon as they leave your page, you're left with whatever information they decided to fill out. Now, if that's a bogus email, again, you're SOL, nothing to do. If it is a legit email, now you are forced to only engage with them through email because that's the only information you were able to collect from them. Now you've got to hope they open your email whenever they get around to looking at their inbox, assuming that it's their main email, it's a legit email, it's something they actually check. Now we've got to pray that they open your email. Now, emails are one of the least open pieces of communication there is on the planet, unfortunately. Now, with Facebook Messenger, not only are you able to engage with them on your website, but you're also able to engage with them through it, obviously, on your company's Facebook page. When they do engage with the Facebook Messenger, you automatically have access to their profile. So even if they engage with the bot or the chat and then they leave, you're still able to follow up with them through their profile. It will message them through Messenger, even if they've left your page, they've gone away, they've fallen asleep, whatever, you're still able to follow up with them. Not only will you be able to follow up with them after they've left your page, but you'll also be able to check out their Facebook profile, where you can see a lot about them, where they live, what their interests are, what they do for a living. All the stuff on their Facebook profile that is public, you will now have access to. Now, this is great. You'll see what gyms they belong to. You might see where they work. You might see if they have a family. You'll see some of their other interests. This could be an extremely valuable and effective way to start pre-prospecting somebody for the follow-up. With Facebook Messenger, you can also easily opt them into future campaigns that you'll be initiating through the Messenger. This allows you to continually follow up with them even if they've never returned to your page. Great way to draw them back to one of your assets, either your website or just your Facebook account, or just engaging with the Messenger. Since Zendesk only exists on your website, you really don't have many opportunities to follow up with them and re-engage that conversation. All you've got is maybe their email, if it's legit, if they open it. The Facebook Messenger app is also very commonly downloaded with the Facebook app on your smartphone, right? This means that you're able to continue the conversation with them even if they've left their computer. Facebook Messenger is going to be sending them push notifications through the Messenger app that they're going to be able to respond to and continue that conversation through. Another cool thing about Facebook Messenger is a lot of people already have their email and their phone number in their Facebook account. So through the Messenger, if you were to ask them a question like what's your email or what's your phone number, they'll be able to see a button pop up because Facebook's going to recognize what the question is. It'll go to give them a nice convenient way to answer it. And all they have to do is click on that button. You guys know how much I focus on reducing friction and making everything as easy as possible for people to do what you want them to do. This is a great example of how using the Facebook Messenger will allow that to reduce the friction, allow them to answer more quickly with less effort, giving you the information that you want. Now, once you have that information, you're able to also not only attach it to their profile in the Chatbot service, but you can also have that imported into your CRM. So you're starting to build out a profile with all sorts of contact information based on those engagements that they're having through the Messenger. Now, even if you choose to use another chat platform on your website, it is still amazing to implement the Chatbot through the Messenger on your Facebook page for your business. Obviously, on your business's Facebook page, you don't have the option to use any other chat platform. You have to use Messenger. So let's say that for some reason you are hell-bent on using Zendesk or some other chat platform on your website. Okay, we're not going to argue about that. At least on your business's Facebook page, you're going to be using Messenger. If you were to implement a chatbot there, you'd be able to make it way more effective and do some pretty clever things that'll make your business more successful at converting and retaining your customers. It's obviously great for when people visit your business's Facebook page and they engage with the chat, but what else is really cool about implementing the chatbot is you can set it up to engage with people who engage with your post. So let's say you put up a post or even put up an ad and it encourages people to engage with that ad. The chatbot can be set up to automatically engage with them and start a conversation. For example, let's say we've got Mother's Day coming up and we put up an ad or maybe just a post, either way, and the whole thing is a promotion giving away a free week of food for a deserving mother. And the ad says something to the likes of, in the comments below, tag a mother who deserves a week out of the kitchen or a week of free meals or a week of yada, yada, yada. People get the point. Comment somebody's name in the comments and you'll enter them into some kind of a prize or drawing to win a week of free meals. Now, for everybody who places a comment on that post, you can have it set up so that the bot will automatically message them through Facebook Messenger and say, hey, thanks for commenting on our post. Thanks for entering so-and-so into the drawing for the free week of food. We wish you the best of luck. We hope you win. But in the meantime, we offer you both 20% off your first week of meals. What's even cooler is you can also customize the bot with a little bit more intelligence so that they're able to recognize who's a member and who's not. So if the bot recognizes that this person is a member, they could send them a different message. Maybe they can also recognize that they're a member who hasn't been on the service for a while. So the bot can say, hey, Renee, thanks for nominating Becky in the giveaway for Mother's Day, week of free food, yada, yada, yada. We noticed that you haven't been on the food in a while, and we'd love to hear some feedback as to why you left, or to see if there's an offer that we can extend to you to entice you to come back, or how about you take advantage of this 20% off coupon as a way to welcome you back to our service. We've made a lot of changes, blah, 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 blah. You can make the bots extremely intelligent if you want to dig down and customize them to do these different things and give these different responses and different interactions and engagements with people who fit different criteria. What else is cool is you could do all sorts of different campaigns with the collective pool of people who engage with your messenger bot. As that list grows, you'll be able to identify and segment the different groups between existing members, active members, prospects, and you'll be able to send different campaigns to them, running different promotions, giving them different offers, and having different conversations based on where they're at. Obviously, you don't want to be talking to an existing member and giving them, access to a coupon code that you kind of only want to offer to people who haven't tried the service yet. You also don't want to be looking for feedback with people who haven't tried your service yet. So the bot allows you to identify these people, put them in these different groups, and then run campaigns to them. Much like an email campaign that is intelligently designed to target the different audiences, you can have the messenger do these push notifications, do these conversation sparkers that I like to call them, where you start engaging with them. You have this outreach, and it seems very organic. A lot of times, they don't know if it's a bot or a person talking to them, so they're a lot more likely to respond. It's probably got a similar response rate as a text message would, where both of them are going to perform better than an email, where most people just assume emails are being sent out blindly by a machine, even if it's customized to have their name. A lot of times they don't assume it's coming from an individual person these days. They think that it's going to be something that's part of a campaign. They're less likely to feel obligated to engage with it and respond. Whereas with a messenger, with text messaging and things like that, it still feels a lot more personal, a lot more intimate, and you're much more likely to not only have it read, but also have it responded to. If you're looking for answers to questions or problems that I don't cover in any of my videos or content, then you may want to consider booking a one-on-one consultation with me. We'll do a deep dive into your situation and obstacles to find you solutions and remedies to get you where you want to be faster and easier. After growing Fit Food Fresh to Florida's highest rated meal prep company from nothing, I can assure you that I've made most of the mistakes and dodged most of the bullets, and I can give you a perspective that will help you see around corners and solve issues that you don't even see coming. We'll book an hour at a time as needed, and I record every session and give you a copy so you don't have to worry about taking notes, just focusing on the problems and the solutions we're discussing. To book your first hour, head on over to MealPrepBiz101.com. I'm excited to learn more about you and your service, and I look forward to helping you grow as a business, as an entrepreneur, and as an individual. So why don't more businesses use chatbots? The short answer would be most businesses haven't even thought about it, or they haven't had the idea presented to them. Maybe they're just not familiar with chatbots. After all, there's not a lot of marketing services that use chatbots. And why is that? Well, even the marketing services, they're normally not very familiar with chatbots, and it's not really something that is a strength for them. So it's probably not going to be something that they're going to showcase to their clients. And why is that? Well, most businesses probably aren't going to get the same amount of impact, the same amount of results from utilizing a chatbot. It's just a better service to offer for some businesses as opposed to others. So imagine you're a marketing company and your customer database, the businesses that you do marketing consultations for and you provide marketing for, it'll consist of a coffee shop, a gym, a dentist, a mechanic, and a lawyer. You're probably going to want to stick to focusing on the skills that would be most applicable to all of these different types of businesses. Now, all of these businesses are going to benefit from PPC. So you're probably going to know a lot about Google ads and Facebook ads. You're probably going to know a lot about SEO. Probably going to know a lot about graphic design, because again, all of these businesses can benefit from all of those services pretty equally. But they're not all going to benefit the same way from implementing a chatbot strategy. So how much time are you, again, we're pretending you're a marketing company, how much time and effort are you going to put into learning about chatbots and really making that a strength for you to offer? Probably not a lot, right? I know the meal prep business can be a beast, especially when you're trying to navigate it alone. That's why I've created the MealPrep Mafia, a private group dedicated to other meal prep entrepreneurs who want to learn, share, and grow together. We've got entrepreneurs from a myriad of different backgrounds with a ton of experience and perspectives that you're able to tap into and learn from. I'm sure you've got questions of your own, but sometimes the most valuable question is the one you haven't even thought of yet. Sign up for the monthly membership and access this brain trust of fellow preppreneurs and see that we can cover more ground faster together. I guarantee it's going to be the best investment that you've made in yourself and your business so far. Sign up at MealPrepBiz101.com and I will see you in the Mafia. Which type of businesses are likely to benefit the most from implementing a chatbot strategy? While I believe that every type of business should be able to benefit somewhat by implementing a chatbot strategy, the ones who are really going to benefit the most are probably going to be the businesses that have a product or service that is very often bought multiple times over and over. Why? Because those are the type of businesses that would most benefit from a tool like a chatbot that would help foster retention, foster relationships with the brand, really extend the level of customer service and all of those ancillary things that come with the product or service that a customer is really going to appreciate and make them more likely to spend that money with you again. Again, chatbots are great at building and strengthening relationships and providing ongoing support. So one-off purchases and one-off services where you're not likely to see that happen a lot, like a divorce attorney or something like that, hopefully, those aren't really going to benefit as much by implementing a chatbot because there's going to be that one engagement, odds are, and there might be an FAQ need or some basic level of service like that. But after that service is rendered or after that product is purchased, there's not a whole lot of ongoing support or relationship development that's going to be necessary. Let's use a dentist, for instance. Aside from you going to the dentist twice a year, how much engagement would you feel you need to have with a chatbot service? How many questions do you have for your dentist? And furthermore, from the business's standpoint, if you're the dentist, do you really think that having a chatbot is going to help people make more than 2 visits a year? Are they going to be enticed to a 3rd or 4th visit per year to generate extra revenue for that dentist? Are you going to opt into additional root canals or more services than you feel are needed because of a chatbot engagement? Probably not. Maybe, but most likely not. Chatbots are also best utilized for businesses with services and products where everything's standardized. The pricing and the information, there's not a whole lot of variable because the easier the information is, the easier it is to program the answers for the bot and the more accurate those answers are going to be. Imagine reaching out to a mechanic chatbot to get a quote on a repair for your vehicle. There are dozens, probably hundreds, maybe even thousands of variables that need to be considered, all sorts of questions that need to be asked in order to properly diagnose the problem and price it out, from the make, the model, what you're experiencing with the problem, and all these other things. I'm sure you can see that it becomes a huge problem very quickly when you have to think about all of these variables just to get somewhere in the ballpark of a proper price quote. You need to have all of these variables and all of these questions thought out in advance and programmed into the bot in order to make this decision tree or algorithm to allow the bot to be even remotely functional, accurate, and worth using. But with something like a meal prep service, it's pretty easy to implement a bot and give accurate answers as to everything, just about everything, that you can imagine a customer is going to ask. You can easily explain your pricing, your delivery radius, special promotions that are going on. You can even program the bots to do math, basic arithmetic, like how many meals per day times how many days per week you want the service, and it can do the math for them and tell them what their pricing is going to be. On top of that, you probably already have an FAQ where all of the frequently asked questions are already listed and answered and can be executed by the bot very easily. Now, there are times where the user needs to or just wants to talk with a human. Not a problem. I've created my bot so that you can create a customer support ticket, you can schedule a call, or you can even be connected with a live customer support agent in order to continue the conversation where the bot left off. While the chatbot is usually more than capable of handling the majority of issues that you're going to see, it is nice to have the ability and the option to connect them with a live person if necessary. Now, if nobody is available at that time, or you don't always have somebody available at that time, no problem. You can basically turn the chatbot into like a virtual secretary that can schedule a time that is convenient for the user and for your staff to get back to them. It can go as far as scheduling appointments on the calendar of selected times where you know that employee is going to be available, and it allows the customer to select when they're going to be available so everybody's schedule lines up perfectly. Now, these instances normally arise because of 2 reasons. Either it's a personal preference, they just don't want to deal with the bot, they want to talk to a human. Sometimes I'm like that, it all depends on my mood in the day. Other times it's a question that they just can't get answered by the bot. Maybe it's a custom question, maybe it's something that you haven't thought of and haven't programmed into the bot yet. No problem. If it's the latter, it's often a great idea to note the question or the issue that the bot wasn't able to handle and see if that's something that you could have added to the bot so that next time that person is able to get the answer or the resolution that they're seeking through the bot without having to take the additional time to engage with your customer service. Now for a quick word from our sponsor, MealPrepBiz101.com. Regardless of where you're at along your meal prep journey, I've got content, tools, and resources that'll make your efforts easier and your endeavors more successful. If you're just starting out or maybe doing some research, I suggest you start with the free Beginner's Bootcamp. That'll come with a free ebook, an order tracking system, and tell you everything that you need to know in order to get started. If you've already started and you're looking to grow, maybe you want to book a one-on-one consultation with yours truly. I also have a private group, the MealPrep Mafia, dedicated to meal prep entrepreneurs who are looking to share, grow, and learn together. Don't forget about the most amazing software that this industry has ever seen. It will practically run your entire business for you. And oh, did I forget to mention it's free? Check out all that and more at MealPrepBiz101.com. So how much do chatbots cost? While most chatbot software are very affordable, putting in the time to learn it is often pretty extensive. The cost of having someone else design and manage it could also get pretty expensive and range from hundreds to thousands of dollars. A lot of it depends on how basic or complex you want the chatbot to be. Obviously, the more basic it is, the cheaper it's going to be, but the less effective it's going to be. The more complex it is, the more effective it's going to be, but the more expensive it's going to be. If you're in the meal prep business, I'm offering a turnkey solution that'll make it way more affordable and way easier and immediately available for you. It's essentially based off a bot that I've designed. You'll have direct access to it. It will be your bot. And the other benefit is you'll have the advantage of it continually being updated, not only based on the experiences and the data from the engagement that it's having with your customers and your prospects, but also all of the other meal prep businesses who are utilizing that same bot. So it'll continue to become more effective, more efficient, and only improve the experience that it is giving to those who engage with it. If you want to learn more about that, you can check out the links in the show notes below. You can also check out MealPrepBiz101.com to give you an idea of how it all will work. The bones and a lot of the structure are going to be based on the core bot that I've designed. Then there will be some surface level aesthetics that will be customized to your business. So not only your pricing and your FAQs and things like that, but also certain details about your business to give it some more personality, make it seem more and more custom for your individual business. That will also be implemented in it as well. So it will also help foster the relationship with your brand, which you guys know, if you've been watching my videos for an extended period of time, you know how much I encourage fostering relationships with the brand. Really make it feel like your customers know who you are, the people behind the brand, not just the company and the product. And I feel like the chatbot is an amazingly powerful way to execute all of that a lot of people either aren't aware of or they're just sleeping on. But that's all I've got for you for this episode. I think I've given you a pretty good education on bots. I think I've got maybe your imaginary juices flowing on how a chatbot could be utilized for your business, how you could use this secret weapon to make your business more effective, extend the customer service without putting a great deal of money into it, without having to hire additional people. As I said in the beginning of the video, I think at this point, I've probably got you convinced that your next hire needs to be a bot. So with that, I'll wish you an amazing week. I hope you look forward to my next episode because I know I'm looking forward to it, and I'm also looking forward to helping you grow as a business, as an entrepreneur, and as an individual.